This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights, right?
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast. This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
And Johnston Jaguars basketball is on the air. We're ready for the next matchup, and we're back at home again after a loss to the rival that is the Wake Tech Eagles on Monday. The Jay Creasy and the Johnston Jaguars now prepare to return back home to go around with the cable. There you go. The Johnston Jaguars, we've got an intern in training, people. The Johnston Jaguars are preparing to go back to action here after a loss against Wake Tech the other night. And that is to face against a team that, honestly, Kevin, you look at the stats, you look at the information, Bryant Stratton, they're all over the country. They're up in Wisconsin. They're all over the U.S. This team is based out of Virginia. And tonight we take on the Bryant Stratton Bobcats. We welcome to a very fast pregame show. He is Kevin Stump. I am Wesley Outland. We also have Will Chalk. We'll be hearing from him on commentary. He's also our videographer, as one of our colleagues, Jackie Zinn, is sick, and she's not able to be here with us. Hopefully she'll get to feeling better. And honestly, we prepare for a winter apocalypse, but we're going to have at least one college game here at the Strack Center, Kevin, before the weather does come in.
Yeah, see if they can get some going, before supposed snow apocalypse go get bread and milk over the weekend, because I know they've brined from here all the way down to Lillington. So
I drove through it all the way from Clayton coming down here to Smithfield, and I was like, they got the brine on the roads. They're preparing for something
all the way on the
here.
other end of Hardin County. Yeah, so it's everywhere. So I don't know. We'll see. It might do something. It might do nothing, like they always say on the news. 0 to 85 inches. Who knows?
I'll tell you what, we're going to bring in Will Chalk also real quickly. And Will, you won't see him yet, but you'll be able to hear him. Will, you were a part of the Wake Tech Eagles game that Bruce and myself called on Monday night, and a very wild game. And, of course, for that team of the Jaguars, they did lose after going on a 3-game winning streak. Now they got to reset here at home and be able to take on the Bobcats.
Yeah, I haven't studied much on this Bobcats team, but I do know that the Jaguars can get some good 3-point shots, and if they get hot, then they'll start carrying away.
Yeah, it should be exciting. It should be fun to watch. We're probably about 3 minutes away from tip-off of this game here. So, Kevin, we're up top side in the balcony here at the Schrack Center. A great view of the game. And, again, we've got two teams that, they look good on paper. Johnston has just become one of those squads that they just seem to get better and better game in and game out. Throw the rivalry game out the window of Wake Tech on Monday. Of course, it's a different environment also when you're playing basketball back at home.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, looking at the Bobcats warm up and the Jaguars warm up, it looks like it's going to be a fast-paced game. They're all hitting their shots during warm-ups, But, yeah, like you said, as we talked about, like one of the very first games we did with them, it's going to take some cohesiveness and getting used to each other. And then just like that, when they come back from Thanksgiving and or Christmas break, you kind of lose that a little bit. But, since they went on that 3-game winning streak, and you ain't going to value them or judge them by one game. It was a rivalry game, like you said. So, it looks like everybody's back in check and back in tune, and it looks like we're going to have a good, fast-paced game.
We are about 2 minutes away from opening ceremonies, so we will show you back to the action that's going on the court. And, of course, these two teams preparing to get ready to go. It should be a great, great matchup. There you see the Johnston Jaguars right there to the far left. They're working on getting warmed up there. You see the officials of the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association also getting into place, getting into position, and we're set to go. This is a CRN Sports. This is a CRN Sports broadcast production. So this is a CRN Sports production with our video and, of course, our radio coverage as well. You can follow us at CRN Sports and, of course, at JCC NC Athletics, at JCC NC as well on Twitter, as we are awaiting in just about less than a minute player introductions. We'll step away from the Schrack Center and get you ready for tip-off as well.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Schrack Center, located in Smithfield, the home of the Johnston Jaguars. Before we begin, players and athletes, we would like everyone to pause and stand to remember the passing of everyone for the flag of our national anthem. This day is sanctioned by the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association, with the referees coming from the NJCAA. The crew chief for tonight's game is Alex Burnett, with referees Ryan Neal and David Durant. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Bryant Stratton Bobcats of Virginia. Number 1, sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina, Julian Smith. My bad. From Bryant Stratton Bobcats, number 2, guard sophomore, Caleb Dawkins, Mississippi, Virginia. And now, your starting lineup for the Johnston Jaguars.
Number 4, ready to go for the Johnston Jaguars, ladies. We don't have no name on number 4. Number 3, 6'4" freshman from Fuquay Arena, North Carolina, Casey Perkins. Number 2, 6'1"
Getting a flu shot helps us
freshman.
stay healthy, so we don't miss out
Number
on what
2,
matters.
come on, Green. From Wake Christian in Raleigh, a 6'5" sophomore, number 10, Savon Holland. And from Oxford, a 6'5" freshman, number 11, Waquise Allen. By Jay Creasy, with assistant Mark Smith, Julio Evans, and Greg Morrissey. Please forgive me, that's my first time doing it for the team. Let's get it on, and Jaguars, wish them well. So, first time doing player intros. But I did the best I could, Kevin. Oh, wow. I don't think I did that well. All right, we're ready for the tip-off of this game. You're on.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Johnston Jaguars are wearing the gray on blue in their jerseys, of course, dark blue and black for the away squad. For the Bryant and Stratton Bobcats, tip-off in this game is underway. Question is, how fast can the tempo begin for Johnston to respond, Kevin? And that's something that they've really got to work on quickly.
I don't know. We started the game off with an air ball, so we'll see how that's going to go. By watching them in warm-ups, you wouldn't have seen that for the Bobcats, but hey, first shot jitters.
First shot jitters. They'll try it again. It will be Jaguars basketball. Waquise Allen will inbound it. He'll hand it off to Ruffin. Ruffin, top of the circle, now back to Allen again. Boxed in by number 10, Holland. He'll look. He'll find Come On Green. He'll turn the ball over quickly, Kevin. And here comes now the Jaguars back to defenses. The Bobcats are now ready to respond.
Got them on travel.
Travel called there. So this game quickly underway. Just 35 seconds into this matchup. Inside, Come On Green, basket, no good. Rebound by Perkins. Perkins will put it in. And for the first time tonight, the Jaguars are on the board by 2, Kevin.
Yeah, they got to keep it going if that's what they're going to, just like that. I mean, the Bobcats come right down the court and, got it right back. So
got the field goal.
I have a feeling, like we said in the pregame, it's a fast-paced game. It's going to take them a few minutes to get revved up.
Should be a quick matchup between these two teams. We'll watch them diligently throughout the afternoon. As right now it's 2-2. as the Jaguars and the Bobcats all tied up behind the basket under the paint. Look at Perkins. He's under pressure. Goes to Kamon Green. Lays up a jumper. It's no good. The rebound, and here come the Bobcats. Bobcats respond with Caleb Dawkins. Dawkins with a shot for three. That's number 10, Keenan Jones, 5'11 freshman guard from Richmond. And they're up by 3 now, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a pretty stroke right there. I want nothing but the bottom of the net. That was pretty.
I'll tell you what, Will Chalk, we'll bring you in here, bud. That was a pretty wild, nasty three-point shot for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was a very well-executed play by the Bobcats, and they really needed that one to put them up in this game.
Put them up in the top of the board now as they strike first, as here comes now the response by Johnston, getting the rebound back on the defense for Johnston. Now back to offense as Ruffin looks on. Ruffin goes to Perkins. Perkins goes to Kamon Green. Kamon Green now going back inside to Ruffin. Ruffin to Perkins. Under the paint, down to Holland. Holland drives through. Ruffin shot for three off the rim. No good. Rebound Bobcats, and here they come away with it. At midcourt, breaking through number 4. We'll see what he can do now, as that's going to be Dean Lockley. Lockley, pressure under the basket. He throws it away. Bobcats do. Here comes the offense now back to the Jaguars. Perkins goes to Green. And Allen with a 2. Bounces off the rim. No good. There are 3 minutes in play, and it's 5-2.
Yeah, you got to make them 10-foot jumpers. I mean, he had a hand in his face, but, I mean, those are simple shots about like free throws. You got to make those.
Got to make those. Got to make him a jumper in off the rim. No good. Rebound coming back again for the Jaguars. So far, no whistles called either. Kamon Green to the basket. He's short off the rim. Rebound coming back now to the Bobcats. They're based out of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Oh, nice move.
Driving up the lane and up short. Here comes Lockley again, who put in for 2. Dean Lockley, guard, would not be denied, and he used all 6'3" of that power he has as a freshman.
Yeah, he got an easy shot first time around and missed it off the front of the rim, so he had to work for the second one.
Responding, though, is the three-pointer by Savon Holland. 6'5" sophomore from Raleigh. He graduated from Rake Christian and Columbia International. And Savon Holland has now got the Jaguars back on the board again. And there's the first foul of the game tonight. It's going to be a 2-shot foul, they're looking like here.
Yeah, it's going to be on Wakisa. He tried to swat the ball, missed him, hit him in the head.
Foul on number 11, Waukese Allen, to the line for the Bobcats. Number 35, Jefferson Youngblood, 2-shot foul. Remember, we're doing PA as well as the broadcast at the same time, and Youngblood will put it in there. I'll tell you what, Will. 8-5. Now it's a 3-point lead, and honestly, this game's so very close right now with just four minutes into it.
Yeah, this game has been really close, but Bryant's got a lot of fast break opportunities, and they really are capitalizing off of them. They're up 9-5.
And they made their free throw shots, by the way, with Youngblood at the line. Perkins will go, and he'll turn the ball over and give it right back to the Bobcats. Last touch by the Jaguars, Kevin.
Yeah, Savon was wide open over there in the corner. They just couldn't thread the needle and get it to him.
Just simply problems there, turning the ball over, letting them have that ball back. 16 minutes left in the first half of play. Pressured in. Lockley goes to Youngblood. Youngblood now goes inside to number 10. 10 will drive up to the lane. He'll turn it over back to Lockley again. That's going to be Keenan Jones. And Keenan Jones now with the rock, trying to run the clock down here. Shot clock under 10 seconds. Shot clock enforced to chip away. Good coverage by Ruffin. Ruffin, and they go to the ground. And they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on Savon. Yeah, they're going to get him for a push.
Foul on number 10, Savon Holland for the Jaguars. Second team foul. 9-5. It is a 4-point lead. 15:36 remaining. 9-5. Oh, you looked at the clock and said 9-5. There you go. Gotcha. Shot off the rim. No good. Another air ball. Overshot the rim, might I add. As Waukese Allen goes to Green. Green to Ruffin, and he'll shoot it. Puts it in for a 2-shot. It's a 2-shot, not 3. But they cut the lead to 2 as well, Kevin.
Yeah, and it looks like the Bobcats are doing really good about running their offense and getting set up. They're making the extra passes, but Johnson's playing good defense right now.
Up the lane, driving. Here comes number 10. Almost lost the ball. Oh, it does go out of bounds. Touched by Kamon Green. And it will turn it right back over to the Bobcats.
Yeah, that was close. That was close right here. I didn't think his foot stepped on the line, but obviously I can't see it from way up here, closer as the ref was.
All right, we'll try this again here. Looks like they're going to have them reset possibly the shot clock, maybe. Trying to let them reset the shot clock. Probably going to go to 10, maybe.
No, it ain't going to reset over a kick ball.
It'll stay at 7.
Yeah, it never started. I don't think that clock ever started.
You know, Will, that's another thing different than high school basketball we've covered. Oh, they reset it to 20. They did. I thought they were. They have shot clocks, and that's one of the big things, Will, they've talked about in high school basketball to possibly force a shot clock.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea, but then again, if you're up, if you're down, you really want the other team to shoot the ball so you can get the ball back, get another possession. But if you're up, then you really wouldn't like it. So there's good and pros and cons to it.
Lockley, and he got it to Jordan. Jordan shot up a 3. It was no good, and then they turned it back over to the Jaguars. We're about 5 minutes in play now. Will Chalk, Kevin Stump, I'm Wesley Outland. Johnston Jaguars basketball on YouTube TV, the Community Radio Network. As Perkins drives up the lane, he's under pressure by 2. And a whistle and a foul is called. First one of the night on the Bobcats. Foul on the Bobcats, number 2, Caleb Dawkins. First team foul. And they'll turn it back over to the Jaguars as Perkins will keep it. Ruffin tries to think about going for a 3. Perkins will. Perkins off the rim. No good. Look, he was trying to shoot that from 3 Oaks in the stump for you live, Kevin.
Hey, that's great. Yeah, he shot it about 3 or 4 foot behind.
Oh, he
nice
slapped
block.
it away. Perkins slaps it away from Jordan.
He might have missed a shot. He made up for it with that block.
Certainly did. And then Ruffin responds as well. In number 1. Goes back to Perkins, top of the key. Looking now, Ruffin thought about it. He thought about it. Now drives up the lane to Perkins. Perkins now goes to Waukee Allen. Allen now goes back to Ruffin. Ruffin to Holland. Holland for 3. You called it before it went in the net, Kevin Stumpy.
Yeah, I can see it from here.
Wow.
I knew that one was good.
3-point shot for the first time tonight. Since it was 2-0, the Jaguars are back in lead, and there is a push and a foul. Foul on number 1 for the Jaguars, Dorian Ruffin.
Yeah, it looks like we're going
Timeout as well.
Get our under 14 minute.
We will take a timeout. It's 10-9. Jaguars back out in front after that nice 3-point shot. And the basketball game will continue in a moment with 13:42 left to go in the first half.
We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
And we're back here with Jaguars basketball after the foul on number 1, Dorian Ruffin. 2 team fouls on the Jaguars, 1 on the Bobcats. It's a 1-point lead. And driving up the lane is the Bobcats again under the basket. Shot it in, number 35, Youngblood. And they're back up by 1 again, Kevin.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 defenders down there that just couldn't stop.
Perkins up the lane, almost lost the ball. They think he's going to get fouled.
Now they're going for traveling.
All right, they got him on a travel call, actually. So traveling and turns it right back over. Will, you can't make those mistakes, buddy.
Yeah, in a close game like this, you really can't have these turnovers. Let the other team get possible points off turnovers.
And it will be Jaguars turning it back over to the Bobcats. And then there is a foul called there. They're going to call a foul on number 10, Savon Holland. I believe that's his second.
Yeah, I think that was I don't know about that one.
Foul on the Jaguars. Number 10, Savon Holland, his second foul. 14 foul. So 14 fouls now, just one on the Bobcats. 11-10.
Hey,
Bobcats will keep possession of the ball. Youngblood on the non-shooting foul, and they threw it away.
Threw it right at his feet. So, I mean, you can't do that.
Looked at him and he said, Youngblood, what were you thinking, man? What were you thinking?
Yeah.
It's all good. So they'll try to reset. That was Jalen Dinkins he was trying to get it to. And here come the Bobcats now back on the defense.
Oh, got it for stepping out of bounds.
They're going to call him for stepping out of bounds on the Jaguars. Turnover, give it right back to the Bobcats again.
And, that's one thing about playing here at the Serac. You got two, we got one vertical court and two horizontal courts. So,
That's
right. The lines kind of mix. I mean, it's easy to step on one of those lines.
11, shot for three and in. Looked like it was slow motion from here. Jalen Dawkins, 6'2", 170 freshman guard from Chesapeake, Virginia. Graduated from Grassfield High School, and he puts it in, Kevin.
Yeah, he let a turnover right there. He let that one go, and it didn't even rotate.
And there's a short basket, no good by number 10, but number 11 to help him out, and that was Canary Jones going for the basket. Rebound, no good. Then Dawkins put it in for two.
Yeah, I will.
Perkins up the lane. Perkins finding DeAndre Dabney. They slapped it away. Last touched by the Jaguars, 24 of Essaboom, and they'll turn it right back over to the Johnston Jaguars.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Bobcats. I mean, they are crashing the boards hard. So, I mean, if Johnston don't start blocking out and stuff like that, I mean, they're not going. If you can't stop them from getting a rebound, I mean, you're not going to stop them from making points.
Somehow, some way, got to stay in this 12.5 remaining. Shot for three off the rim, no good. Youngblood jumps up on the rebound. Dabney couldn't get there in time. 6-point lead. 16-10. Shot now for three. The attempt there by number 14 of Jackson. He came up short. Basket coming in. No good on the rebound. Second time, third time. And the rebound was Charles Walker Jr. trying to help us Perkins. Dabney, three under the basket, and just could not get him in for the Jaguars. Pressure by Youngblood. Youngblood now sends it up the top of the key to Jones. Jones now throws it up to three from Jalen Dawkins. And now it's a 9-point lead just like that, Kevin.
Yeah, that's his second three right there in a row. So, I mean, he like I said, games are about a game. It's a game of runs. So, I mean, they're going to have to find the defensive people to stop him.
And made it work as Charles Walker Jr. will go back down to Ruffin. Ruffin to Dabney. Dabney goes to Perkins. Perkins now rights inside to Ruffin again. Ruffin to Waukee Allen for three, and he'll put it in. And they needed that, Will Chalk. What a way to respond back.
Yeah, they need to stop this run by the Jaguars here, or the
Bobcats.
Bobcats.
The Bobcats,
they need
yes.
to stop by the Bobcats here, and right there they might have done it.
Youngblood driving up the lane. He'll find now Dean Lockley. Lockley will now find now number 11 of Dawkins. Dawkins puts up the monster threes. Now backup pressure, and they're going to call travel in on number 24 of Essaboom.
Yeah,
Turns it over.
It looked like he was getting ready to go toward the lane and decided he was going to go to the outside of the key. So then I think his feet just kind of got crossed on him.
It's only a 6-point lead now for the Jaguars, 19-13, as we're about 53 seconds from being halfway in the first half.
Yeah, this has definitely been a fast-paced game. I mean, there ain't been, 5 fouls called, and 2 of those were shooting fouls. I mean, it's going pretty good.
4 fouls on the Jaguars, 1 on the Bobcats. Inside.
Oh, nice
Number
pass.
0.
Nice.
He got him to number 12, Charles Walker Jr. Read him was Breon Lewis.
Yeah,
we got a player down. Number
23,
21.
21.
11, actually.
Oh.
Number 11 is down, and that is Jalen Dawkins, Chesapeake, Virginia native freshman guard.
Yeah, it looks like he got poked in the eye. It looks like it's going to be
He's going to stay in the game, though. And the Bobcats have possession. Closing in halfway through in the first half. Shot. Oh, it's a 3-shot foul coming up. You can't make that mistake.
He's still rubbing that eye, so I think he's still.
Foul on the Jaguars. Number 0, Breon Lewis. 3-shot foul coming up for the Bobcats to the line. Number 11, Jalen Dawkins. Again, 3-shot foul. 19-15. He'll make his first. And that's the guy that got poked in the eye, remember?
Obviously, his eyesight's not that bad.
Yeah.
I'd rather let him shoot the three.
I can see clearly now the fingers are gone. As he'll put up the next one, and it goes in. 2 out of 3. Well, if he got poked in the eye, whatever's going on, he's doing good right now. He's made 2 out of 3 at the free throw line. He's about to go for a perfect 100%.
Yeah, you got to make your free throws, Wesley, as we say all the time. And right now, that is really benefiting this Bobcat team, giving them the lead on Jaguars.
And the first time to the free throw line for 11, 3 for 3 for Dawkins. And then, of course, the other that was at the free throw line. They're batting 100% right now at free throws for the Bobcats. And that is why there's now 22-15.
Yeah, it makes a world of difference if you hit. I mean, if you give them free shots and they're going to make them, you got to stop giving them free shots.
Perkins. Oh, wow, another Lewis, and he got it up and again. He got the rebound. Youngblood got there to Essa-Boom, and they'll turn it over, but the Jaguars were threatening harder to the rim there, Kevin.
Yeah, he was looking to get fouled, but then he kind of got hung in midair, didn't have nowhere to go with it.
Trying so hard, and yet just coming up short. As here comes Hal up the lane. This is Ruffin driving. He throws it up to Charles Walker Jr. Boom! 3 points.
Nice shot.
From C.B. Aycock from Pikeville. 6'2", freshman, number 12, Charles Walker Jr. And he puts in a field goal 3.
They're going to reset the game
They're going to reset the game clock, take 5 seconds off, and put 25 remaining on it. And you got that big 3-point shot by Charles Walker Jr., and that puts it now back down to 5.
Yeah, I mean,
or 4.
Need to stay on top of their defense.
And with a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a charge.
24.
Charge on the offense, Bobcats, number 24, Theon Essa-Boom. Second team foul. It'll be Jaguar ball. 22-18. It is a 4-point lead. Apologies, doing public address and the broadcast call at the same time. As Dorian Ruffin goes inside, Ruffin will go now. He'll find out Breon Lewis. And Breon Lewis will drive up the lane. He'll go back to Marquise Allen. Marquise Allen goes to Ruffin. Back now to a shot by number 10, Savon Holland, just coming up short of the Bobcats respond, and that's exactly why they're so good on these rebounds. The Bobcats are so far, Kevin.
Yeah,
We're seeing it.
They're crashing the boards, and Johnston's not. I mean, because he went to shoot the ball and started backing up. So, I mean, they got to do just a little bit better than that about trying to get offensive rebounds.
Somehow, some way, they got to come back. They got to respond. There's still a lot of basketball here left to play. Shot up for 3. There you go. Look at that. Dorian Ruffin, Charles Walker Jr. They'll put it in now, and believe it or not, they've cut the lead down to 1. Lead cut to 1 now. Jaguars trying to respond, and there is a whistle and a turnover, and they'll get it back to the Jaguars, Kevin.
Yeah, they got him again. It's them lines over there. It's near the side of the court where the free throw line is for the horizontal courts is where they keep messing them up at. But I don't know how you tell. I don't see how you get confused from
8.5 minutes remaining. This could give them the opportunity to go to the lead by 1. It's 22-21 here with under 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Bryant Stratton in the black and blue. The gray and blue is the Johnston Jaguars. Ruffin goes now to Marquise Allen. Allen puts one up for 3, and you've got the Jaguars back to the lead by 2 with a 2-shotter. It's now a 1-point lead, 23-22, Kevin.
Yeah, well, Keith Allen had the whole time he had the ball. He knew he was going to shoot it. Had a nice fadeaway jumper.
And now they got to respond. The Bobcats do. Bobcats have to respond. First basket up, and that's no good.
See right there, that was a
rebound
by Keith right there. He crashed the boards on the defensive end. That's what you got to do. That's what you just need to do on the offensive end.
Ruffin, jumper, 2, bam, good. Pull the lead away now, and they're now up by 3.
Yeah, this run right here we've seen by the Jaguars is really good, really helping them take the lead back. And now the Jaguars.
Bobcats, though, do get the rebound back with the saving grace of Dean Lockley. Another shot, and that one's up for 3, number 11. Jalen Dawkins will put it in for a field goal for the 5 with under 7 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, like I said, and we've always talked about, it's just who's gonna keep getting on fire. So.
Tempo slowed down here. What you got something to add there, Will?
Well, yeah, I was just adding on to what he said. This game has really only been about runs right now. The Bobcats started out hot. Now the Jaguars are coming back hot. Now the Jaguars.
Lewis Allen lining 2, up by 4.
Yeah, that was a nice drive of Keith Allen right there. That was pretty fast.
4-point lead, 29-25 to the basket.
Oh, they're going to get damaged.
Number 11, they're going to call a foul on him. That's a 16 foul now.
Yeah, they're going to get Dabney on the push-off.
Right here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like if you park a car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start fire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. State Forester and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're the kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America Network
Help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And we welcome you back. Dabney on the foul before the timeout. Number 11 at the line. And he's... I don't know if he did make the basket.
I don't think so. But, I mean, I don't know what it's called.
No, he did not make
it. Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't think he made the basket. Anyhow, it is what it is. And we are back.
Oh, that was a good guy. He was traveling around. Oh, so we have a backcourt violation. Yeah, tried to pass one too many times and he just threw it out.
Refs looks like they're trying to clear something up here. And whatever it was, they got.
All right.
Bounds, Bobcats ball.
Yeah, Lewis tried to shoot that from about 3 foot behind the 3-point line, and it was just a complete error. And Johnson's going to make sure they stay up and, make good runs in this game. We'll have to make sure they take better shot selection.
And honestly, there's still a lot of basketball here left to play. Seriously, Kevin.
25 minutes worth of basketball was all. I mean, good God, it's the second half. It's an eternity away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this game's a lot like not unlike the Wake Tech game, because the Wake Tech game, what was it, like 50 to something at halftime?
And if you remember, it was 49 to 39 at the half as the shot clock got to 0. And they'll turn it right back over to the Jaguars. But one of the things that we also saw, one of the things
and
we
one.
saw,
and
basket
nice.
And one.
Dorian Ruffin. He knew he won't pass that ball once he got past that court.
Basket and one for the Jaguars. Basket and one for Dorian Ruffin. Foul on the Bobcats, number 3, Jalen Jordan. All right, so we'll see what goes down here. Can he make it and one? And as our colleague Bruce says, the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and he doesn't.
We talked about it game after game after game. You got to make the free ones.
Got to make those freebies. You're exactly right. Driving up the lane, number 2. He's behind the back of the net. I don't know why he went for a shot like that behind the backboard, but he did. It came off the rim, and it's no good. 4-point lead, and now 7. Waquise Allen, 6'5" freshman from Oxford. He graduated from South Granville. He's feeling it here in this track, Kevin Stump.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty stroke.
Man, what a three-pointer he just put up.
And if you can get Waukese on his confidence level up and he starts hitting shots, he's almost unstoppable.
That was Dawkins trying to drive up the lane. Hill down, put it up and in for the third time. It looks like they were having a volleyball match there, game, set, match. And all out of bounds. It'll go back to the Bobcats. Last touch by the Jaguars. But, Will, that's just good defense right there, just continuing to keep the ball from going in the net.
Yeah, that was really great effort there on the Jaguars defense, and it really paid off because the Bobcats did not score off of that.
Youngblood, jumper, pressure by Dabney, and Kevin, he still put it in for two.
Yeah, Dabney has hanging up in there, but he got the fadeaway. It's almost like a Kobe. He hit a pretty fadeaway on that.
Perkins, right of the net, no good.
But there was Dabney with the rebound.
And there's Kamon Green, and he's going to get fouled. Kamon Green goes down. 13th foul about to go down for the Bobcats as well as they call the foul. Foul on the Bobcats, 13 foul. To the line for the Jaguars, number 2, Kamon Green. And Kamon Green will go to the line. He's going to have a 2-shot foul, 34-29. A 5-point lead could expand to more. And he puts it in the net easy, Kevin.
Yeah, got to make them free ones.
Can you say swoosh?
I don't know. I'm not a Nike guy. Well, I am, I guess. But
you wear, what do you wear?
These are Sperry's. These are my comfortable shoes.
Nike.
You got them Nikeas.
Got those Nikes.
Nikes. They call them Nikes.
Nikes from Back to the Future.
Who?
You don't remember that?
Me? They're not.
No, remember the Cowboys called it Nikkei?
Yeah. What do you mean? Do we remember that? Holy cow! Do you even know what it is?
Yeah, I've watched this a few times.
Great Scots.
All right.
That's one of my favorite movies.
All right, back to the game.
Back to the future. Here we go. Inside number 4, that's Lockley. Lockley to Dawkins, drives up the lane. Lockley, he got hit! And a foul is called on Green.
Yeah, I think he played that one off just a little bit. That was a good acting.
Foul on the Jaguars, number 2, Kamon Green. To the line for the Bobcats, number 4, Dean Lockley, 2-shot foul.
Yeah, I think he kind of played that one a little bit. It was somebody gave him an Academy Award for that one.
Yeah, good acting.
Well, if you're going to foul him, that's the way to foul him, I guess.
Whatever it takes, 36-30. And it's a 6-point lead into the game, number 11 for the Bobcats of Jalen Dawkins. I was talking about Bryant and Stratton, and if you look them up on Google and social media, there's like 6 states that Bryant and Stratton is based out of.
Yeah,
this is just Virginia.
I tried to look them up to see where they were based from before the game to get some background information. There's one in Virginia Beach and Richmond.
And Wisconsin.
Yeah, I didn't see those, but I just saw the 2 in Virginia. I was trying to figure out which one it was. I didn't know there was more than one.
Yes, this is the team based out of Virginia Beach. And to the basket and 2 by number 11, Waukese Allen.
Wouldn't it be something if all 6 of their team made like the playoffs?
Well, they're based in, they're all based in different brackets. So I think they try not to play one another, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that would be crazy if we played one another.
38-32, 6-point lead. Come on, Green. Green, Dabney up the lane. He'll put it in off the net. No good. Basket. No basket.
On the floor.
Foul was called
35
on Youngblood. I believe that's his 2nd foul. And the basket's no good, but they're going to send Dabney to the line. Foul on the Bobcats, number 35, Jefferson Youngblood. To the line for the Jaguars, number 33, DeAndre Dabney, 2-shot foul. And the coach of the Bobcats having a very heated discussion there with the referee. First ball in and no good.
Missed both of them. Oh, and see, that's terrible. You missed both free throws, and then Waukese Allen gets called for a silly foul under the basket. I mean, that's some stuff like that you can't do. I mean, that's, that'll drive a coach crazy.
Yeah, these kind of mistakes definitely come back to bite you here.
And it looks like they're going to be in the bonus. So,
and then here's another foul on the Jaguars.
Yeah, that was on Waukese Allen.
Foul on the Jaguars, number 11, Waukese Allen. To the line for the Bobcats, number 35, Jefferson Youngblood, 2-shot foul. 1-1, apologies, 1-1. And now it's 2.
Somebody take that mic away. Will, I'm going to put you over here to take that mic away from him.
I ain't at that point
Well,
yet.
I thought it was a 2-shot foul.
Look, we don't pay you to think. We pay you to call.
I guess they are in the bonus, so 1-1. Up, second shot, no good though by Youngblood. First one did go in. Perkins and come on, look, they asked me to do the PA. Okay,
Hey,
shot,
I'm happy for
Walker,
you.
rim, no good. Rebound, getting it back.
Player.
Come on, Green up the lane. He'll go down to Marquise Allen. Marquise Allen to Dabney. Daddy will drive up through the paint, basket, and 2, no good. Comes back. Come on, Green couldn't get there in time. Takeaway by Dawkins for the Bobcats. And then they'll slow the tempo down. And mind you, we're at 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
I was getting ready to say, let's see who's going to go on there.
Oh, no
charge.
basket.
They called a charge on
Yeah, they
that.
got him. Wow, I don't know how they did that.
That was a good call.
It looked like their feet got tripped up.
Charge on number 4, Dean Lockley for the Bobcats. It's Jaguars basketball. So under 2 minutes remaining, a 5-point lead, 38-33.
Yeah, let's see who's going to run their 2-minute offense.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed since the start of this 2-minute offense, since Jaguars are up, the Bobcats are starting to have a one-man full court press.
Yeah, there you
really
go.
Trying to get some pressure on the Jaguars, create some turnovers.
Somebody's got to go to the ball. He's going to turn it over.
Somebody better make a move. They're going to make one down. 90 seconds to play. Come on, Green. 10 seconds under on the shot clock. Down at 5. Turns it over back to the Bobcats now. They come back up court with it. Led by Lockley. Lockley, top of the circle. He'll throw one up for 3, and it is short. The attempt by number 14 of Jackson. Now, come on, Green up the lane. He's short. That was Perkins' correction. Come on, Green couldn't get there in time.
If you're going to drive to the basket, you got to drive to the basket. You can't go in there.
11 slapped away is Dabney. Did you see Dabney slap that mess out of here to the coach's bench?
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
Well, like I was saying, if you're going to drive the ball. You don't go in
That's right.
half-hearted. If you're going to get a foul, get a foul. If you're not, go in and try to make the darn basket.
And we have a timeout.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
Quick reminder again, due to inclement weather that's supposed to come through the area on Sunday, they have officially postponed the game that was scheduled here to be at the Schrack Center against the Catawba Valley team for men's basketball. Women's is still scheduled for Saturday at Lewisburg. Unless something changes, we'll let you know. Hey, got a couple of All-Stars. The goalie going from the Carolina Hurricanes to the NHL All-Star game in January, the end of the month. That's pretty good.
Frederick Anderson and Sebastian Aho. And not only that, but Rob Rennick was going to be their coach in the play.
And what better coach to have, man? The Hurricane Bud and taking names this year. Shot by Loxley off the rim for 3, no good. And it's under 1 minute remaining, by the way. Lockley will get the rebound back for the Bobcats. It's a 5-point lead going into the locker room right now. Could be more or less. Lockley to the rim. It goes around. No good. Rebound. Lewis. He stole it and he knocks it out of play. Number 11, Jalen Dawkins going for the interception, the deflection, and then it goes out of bounds, Kevin.
Yeah, luckily, the Jaguars are going to have to stop making those lackadaisical passes. They're going to have to start making more solid passes. Like Will said earlier, they're running a one-man full-court pressure right here. They've always got the ball. The point guard is always covered coming up the court. So they're going to have to do it better in passing in the second half.
And we're coming up on what would be the end of the first half. Shot up off the rim. No good. Rebound. Can they get it back? They won't. As Kamon Green will be knocked out of play there. Shot clock, by the way, is now off.
Yeah, and right now,
5-point lead, Will.
Right now, I see the Jaguars trying to hold it since there's no shot clock to the last shot. But if there's an open shot, they're going to take it.
Lewis will inbound it all the way almost to midcourt. Back with Allen to Perkins. Perkins will now find Charles Walker Jr. And boom. 3-point shot. Definition number 12. And he puts it in. Shot for 3 and no good. And that is the half. And that is the half with the score. Johnston Jaguars 41. Bryant Stratton Bobcats of Virginia 33. So that is halftime. And man, what a good game here, guys. I'll tell you what a way to turn things around for sure. Definitely, especially after, Will, that game that we saw on Monday against the Wake Tech Eagles. You got to be a good team, especially to bounce back after what was a rival loss. We said this several times. Wake Tech was, given the opportunity several times for the Johnston Jaguars to go for a score. So, they'll get it. They got it. But several opportunities was made for the Johnston Jaguars to possibly pull the upset on Monday in Raleigh against Wake Tech. But rival basketball, a totally different animal, obviously. But with that being said, we're seeing a lot better team on the offensive pressure by the Jaguars tonight against Bryant Stratton.
Well, yeah, because this time I didn't see, because last game Wake Tech was giving a full court pressure the whole game, which was causing a lot of turnovers, a lot of problems for Johnston Jaguars offense. Wake Tech was capitalizing off of them. Hopefully, we'll see some of that in the second half for this Bobcats team, because it seemed to work last week for Wake Tech.
Yeah, if you want to, just show the countdown clock and show the score right now, because that's where we're at here. Will Chalk is running the camera. He's Kevin. Will Chalk. He's Kevin Stump. I'm Wesley Outland. And I'll tell you what, Kevin, obviously, we have seen the good, the bad, the Johnston Jaguars. And it just seemed that since they've come back from the holiday break, they have really, really improved in the paint, in pressure, driving free throws, putting up 3-point shots and more. And it's just really good to do that down the stretch as we get closer in the conference tournament play and then a run for a state or a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, the first game back from, after the Christmas, they were a little bit rusty, but they went on that 3-game winning streak. They're coming together as a team, and they're playing a whole lot better and more cohesive. So, see how this second half goes and see if they can keep it going.
And currently it is 41-33 at the half. Of course, a quick reminder again for this Sunday against Catawba Valley, and the Johnston Jaguars men's team here at track for Sunday has been postponed. Kevin, you said it yourself, man. You drove all the way up from up near Durham this afternoon. Brian's all over the road, salt's all over the road. They're preparing for what looks to be a preemptive strike of the winter storm.
Yeah, there ain't no telling what it's going to do. I mean, but hey, I would rather go out here, because I used to work for City of Raleigh, and I was working there the time that they got basically caught with their pants down, didn't have no salt stuff ready, and that was the year, it was like 2004 whenever it crippled all of Raleigh. I was just starting at City of Raleigh, so, they'd rather and then not do anything than not put it down. It comes like 3 foot of snow and ice or something, and then shut down the whole darn state.
So needless to say, you're saying they learned a valuable lesson after that.
Yeah. They did. They got ate up by the media for that, so we won't do that again, I promise you that.
Well, the salt brine is all over the roads, and again, because of the chance of weather, it will not be a game here on Saturday. Tentatively, the Johnston team is scheduled to play at Lewisburg coming up on Saturday. The Jaguars in Lewisburg, but that could possibly change. I was just told basically it depends on what the weather does here in the next.
Yeah, I really honestly don't think it's going to do much, because now it's a slower moving storm. I mean, it just hit the coast over there on the Pacific Coast yesterday, late last night. So, if it does come, I think it's going to come and go. It's going to be a fast event, so hopefully it won't leave too much.
Well, we're at halftime, and we are going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, we'll look at all the stats and look who's doing good in the points and everything that's happening here at the Schrack Center. Is right now Johnston Jaguars basketball 41-33 over the Bryant and Stratton Bobcats. We'll be back with more on the Community Radio Network. And for those that are also watching on Johnston Jaguars YouTube Live TV, by the way, follow us at JCNC Athletics and at JCCNCMBB on Twitter. And, of course, Johnston Jaguars Athletics, Jaguar Nation on Facebook as we get ready to go to the locker room with a big lead, currently 7 points. And it is a good game here. We're glad you're along with us. More coverage, 8-point lead. Back with more in a moment.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone. Done. By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
We are at halftime here inside the Schrack building. It is an 8-point lead for the Johnston Jaguars. They currently have an 8-point lead, 41-33, as the Jaguars now make their way back out of the court. So are coming out the Bryant Stratton Bobcats out of Virginia. And we'll prepare for the second half of play in about 7 minutes. You're tuned in to CRN, the Community Radio Network. And thanks for those that are tuned in also watching on YouTube TV, the Johnston Jaguars broadcast page. We're back with more from the Schrack building in Smithfield in just a moment.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
Getting ready for the start of the second half here of the Jaguars and the Bobcats. But first, we'll pause for 10 seconds of network identification on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
And we welcome you back inside the Schrack Center as we have probably about 3 or 4 minutes remaining until the start of the second half of play. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Wesley Outland. Kevin Stump alongside. Will Chalk is the man behind the camera, but you've heard him a couple of times on commentary. And we're at the half, and it's about to be start of the second half. And right now, Kevin, Johnston Jaguars picking up where they left off here the last time they were at home against Pitt the other night, or against Fayetteville Tech the other night. And, looking really, really good. They're driving up the lane. They're going inside the paint, putting in rebounds, making good free throw shots, going for threes. Good night here so far for the Johnston Jaguars.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're going to see how it's going to go in the second half. I mean, I have a feeling that one of these teams are getting ready to go on a run, and it just depends on who it's going to be.
So the run, why do you feel like that is inevitable?
Because somebody's got to get hot. Because it's been a real good game back and forth. They both shot pretty decent, and they've both been playing good defense. But I just came by over here by the Bobcats locker room a minute ago, and as of like a minute ago, it's a minute 52 before the second half's going to start, and they literally just come back onto the court.
They just came out.
Their coach was still in there, coaching them up, telling them what was going on. So I have a feeling they're going to come out and possibly, like Will was talking about earlier, possibly, run a full court pressure. So we'll see how it goes.
Will, your take on things, bud. What do you think we're going to see in the second half of this game here?
Well, Johnston Jaguars have had good defense so far. I haven't seen them apply too much pressure, but in the second half, I think they'll apply pressure to stop the Bobcats offense. And on defensive-wise for the Bobcats, they've played the one-man full-court pressure, but they've had pretty good rim defense so far. They just allowed Johnston to shoot too many good shots from the floor. and I think that they'll just both apply a lot more pressure.
And I'll tell you something, Kevin, take your pick. We've got the rosters in front of us, obviously. We're seeing Lockley do really well, Youngblood do well up the lane for the Bobcats of Bryant and Stratton, obviously number 4 of Lockley. But when you're looking at the Jaguars, Ruffin's hot. You've got also, come on, Green, Casey Perkins driving up the lane. And the three-point shots by Waukese Allen and Charles Walker Jr. driving also to make those free throws at DeAndre Dabney. Everything's gelling for the Jaguars right now.
Yeah, I think if I was a fly on the wall in the locker room at halftime, I can figure Coach Creasy's probably telling them, look, when you shoot your offensive shot, follow your shot. I mean, they teach you that since like elementary school. Follow your own shot. Make sure you're crashing the boards, because Johnston was getting 8 alive on the defensive and offensive rebounds. They were not crashing the boards. They would just shoot it and start running the other end of the court. And that's one thing that'll aggravate a coach to all ends.
Should be fun. We're ready for the second half as it is about to go down here in just a few moments. We'll be ready back to bring it to you here from the Track Center in just a moment.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone. Done. By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
But we just had a crazy, crazy turn of events. They literally just threw the basketball on the court. And, it's in the rule book, Kevin. It's in the rule book. When the last born blares at the end of the half, when that ball is set down, it's a live ball and anybody can go for it. And the Jaguars quickly took advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, they were on top of their game right there.
I don't even think the scores table was ready for that. They didn't even have the shot clock going yet. That's why they had to stop the game.
And now they finally got it back in place. Jaguars now go from left to right, right to left for the Bobcats, and Waukese Allen right back again. It's a 10-point lead, biggest lead for the Jaguars so far tonight, Kevin.
Oh yeah, it looks like they're Johnston's putting a little bit of full court pressure on themselves.
43-33, Youngblood driving up the lane inside, going back now to Lockley. Lockley will look and now find number 10 of Jones, but there is a whistle, and they'll turn it over and give it back to the Jaguars.
Yeah, and it looks like, they're going to see if they can get their offense going in the second half right here at least. Johnston needs to get their offense. They need to get their offensive set going. And that's going to be a little bit hard doing because, like we said earlier, they're coming back out with that one-man full court pressure. So we'll see how it's going to go, see if they can get their offense going.
10-point lead. What do you think, Will?
I think as the Jaguars just scored, I think that the Jaguars are going to come out on the run just like Kevin said.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of basketball here left to play as just the second half is just tipped off. Waiting to see what the Jaguars will do as they're going to respond here. And obviously, Kevin, they've got a big, big lead so far. The lane inside, going back down to Ruffin, and there is a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on the Bobcats. Foul on the Bobcats, number 2, Caleb Dawkins. First team foul on the Bobcats. It'll be Jaguar basketball. 10-point lead as is now come on Green to go to Ruffin. Ruffin now look inside. He finds Holland, but thought better of it. Now look inside the paint. Goes back down. Looking. Top of the circle. Ruffin for 3. Off the brim. No good. Rebound and a football tackle. Wow. And they're going to call a foul.
They
it's a charge.
No, it wasn't. What it did was
they called it out of bounds.
Yeah, my goodness. Wow. So no foul is called.
The guy tried to go after it for the Bobcats and slid out of bounds. Well, Savon Holland had, the thoughts that he stayed in bounds, grabbed the ball, and threw it and hit the other player while he was out of bounds, which kept Johnston the ball. It was a crazy turn of events.
They're talking about it, though.
It was a good play by Johnston because, that was perfect.
And he threw the elbow at him too,
yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah, I did see that.
And it will stay and be It'll remain the Jaguars, Jaguars on the offense. Ruffin goes back to Perkins. Perkins to Holland. Working around, trying to get the combined green. Goes side though to Marquise Allen at the free throw line. No good. Rebound. But back to the Bobcats. They come roaring. Youngblood and a foul. Charge called on Youngblood. Jaguar basketball. Offensive charge on the Bobcats, number 35, Youngblood. Jaguar ball. Wow. He went in there and drove up the lane, Kevin, on that one.
Oh, yeah, he did. They went in there kind of reckless, and, Marquise Allen had his feet planted, so everything looked good.
The Bobcats aren't necessarily running a full court press. They're just running a very tight man-to-man right now. Just trying to limit these scoring opportunities for the Jaguars.
Changing things up from earlier.
Who was the foul on? Number 10? Yeah.
Going to call the foul on number 10. Foul on number 10 for the Bobcats, Jalen Dawkins. That is the third. Kadari Jones, that is the third team foul. Jaguars ball. Number 10. And how about Holland? And they call 2. 12-point lead. Biggest lead of the game. How about that?
Holland was a big reason why they stayed in the game against Wake Tech. He got a lot of good three-point shots going up for them against the Wake Tech game. But at the end there, they just slipped up short. Got a loss.
Nice rebound by Keys under the basket. Oh, then he lost. Yeah, between Charles Walker Jr. and Keith Allen right there, at least they're starting to crash the boards a little bit. So.
17 minutes, under 17 remaining in regulation. Remember, for men's college basketball, they do just like the NCAA, Kevin. They play 2 20-minute periods, 5-minute overtime if need be. Caleb Dawkins up the lane, and he is there, throws one up, and finally, you see him in celebration. We're back on the board. And it's a 10-point lead.
I mean, they've only scored 4 points since halftime, so,
47-37. Kevin, you said someone's going to get a drive started. Who will it be? Shot for 3. Holland, no good. Rebound. Coming up with it was Allen, but then they turn it over back. 3. Basket. 2. The assist by Jones. Jordan to Jones, or Jones to Jordan, and they make it happen. They cut the lead to 8 now.
Bobcats really coming back. Jaguars are not making great shot selection on the past 2 drives.
And Will, it seems like it's just like Wake Tech the other night.
Yeah, I know, because the Jaguars kept getting on good runs, and then eventually they just had.
And then it just goes stale. You're exactly right. So you can't let that happen. Up the lane, off the rim, no good. Rebound, give it back to Holland. Holland to go back to Ruffin. Ruffin at midcourt, goes back to Holland again. Savon Holland, a 6'5" sophomore from Raleigh. Graduated from Wake Christian and Columbia International. Ruffin looking now. Marquise Allen, and it's under the nets, and he's fouled. A Bobcat foul again.
Yeah, that was a good drive to the basket. They had no other option but to foul.
Foul on number 2 for the Bobcats, Caleb Dawkins. To the line for the Jaguars for a 2-shot foul. Number 11, Marquise Allen. 4th team foul on the Bobcats. And Marquise Allen will put it in the nets and make the first one.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
We always say this, and we testify over and over again. You want to make your free throws when the clock ain't running. Those are easy points.
That's the Bobcats' 4th foul this half already?
Yep.
It was the other way around in the other half.
It was.
5 minutes in, we had 4 and they had 1.
And it's a 10-point lead again for the Jaguars. Up the inside. Here comes down number 11, driving. 11, that's going to be Dawkins. He tried to get it to Jordan. Jordan put it in the basket, but they called a foul. And they're going to call the foul on. Now 2nd team foul on the Jaguars. Foul on the Jaguars, number 11, Marquise Allen. 2nd team foul. Correction, Jalen Dawkins. Foul on the Bobcats. Why would it be in the no? It's the Bobcats' ball. It was a foul on the Jaguars.
He said he was pointing at blue 11. That's okay. Then they
changed it.
Yeah, they did.
They did say blue 11 first and then changed it.
Yeah, because he pointed to him on the floor, but it was actually they
called
conferred
the
and
foul.
reversed it.
They called the foul on Marquise Allen.
Travel?
And then there's another foul called here now.
Oh, charge. It was going to be one or the other.
They call a charge on someone here.
Did not get the number.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what number it was for the Bobcats.
Charge on the Bobcats. It'll be Jaguar basketball. And that's what, the 6th or 15th foul now?
Yeah, it should be 5.
5 and 2. 5 team fouls on the Bobcats and 2 on the Jaguars. And here we go again, fighting for the rock. He turned it over.
Stepped on the line.
Breon Lewis, 6'4" freshman from Columbia, graduated from Westwood. And still that 10-point lead for the Jaguars remains. Under 15 remaining in the regulation second half. Driving up the lane, someone falls, and there's another offensive charge.
1-1 now.
No, that was 16 fouls.
Oh, that was 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Offensive charge on the Bobcats. Number 3, Jalen Jordan. That is the 16th foul. Jaguar ball.
Now
Perkins will now go to Ruffin.
Bobcats really now got to be careful because they can be giving the Jaguars easy points here if they foul.
And so quickly, in less than 5 minutes, they could go into the 1-and-1 bonus. Ruffin for 3. Off the net, rebound, got it back. Number 24, that's going to be Theon Essenboom. Essenboom will now set it up there to number 11 for 3 off the left front of the rim. No good by Dawkins. Drive up the lane, gets the rebound back. Is Jordan for the Bobcats. Settles in, goes back to Jackson, Makir Jackson. And now the tempo slows down as number 10, Canary Jones has the rock. Canary Jones now drives in. He'll now find number 11. 11 drives 1. That's for 3. No good by Dawkins. Turn it over and give it back down to the Jaguars. Pushing. Charles Walker Jr. and 2.
Nice layup. Nice drive.
Coast to coast, as our colleague Kim Winslow says a lot. And for the biggest lead of the night for the Johnston Jaguars, Kevin, they're pulling on the momentum.
Oh, that's an illegal screen.
Yep. Good
Stuck
call.
his elbow out.
Wow.
Good call, Will.
Illegal screen on the Bobcats, Elijah England. That is the 17th foul. We also have a media timeout. So we have 7 fouls now on the Bobcats. And we also have a timeout here, Kevin. And again, 51-39, biggest lead that the Jaguars have had.
Yeah, already going to be shooting free throws with only 6.5 minutes into the first half. So,
Certainly are.
You know, that helps out Johnson a whole heck of a lot, you know, because go ahead.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
$51-39. And that is the score as it stands right now. Welcome back to Bobcats and Jaguars. Here inside the home of the Johnston Jaguars at the Schrack Center. Wesley Outland, Kevin Stunt will talk alongside. 51-39 after a 16 foul now on a charge, which, by the way, Kevin, was 3 in a row on the Bobcats offense. And now it is Jaguars continuing to try to increase that lead. Breon Lewis driving up the lane, misses it, rebound. Getting it for the Bobcats is Jackson. Jackson will reset. He'll go back to Jordan. Jordan now driving up the lane. He'll now find Jones. Shot for 3. Boom! Makir Jackson and 3 for Makir Jackson. And they're trying to close in, now down by 11.
Yeah, they're definitely putting the pressure on right here. They're getting ready to, luckily, they got the ball away. I mean, they're double teaming them up at half court.
Down by 9, actually, 51-42. Shot for Perkins. Basket, no good. Rebound. In this battle now, momentum possibly might be shifting back to the blue and black.
You can definitely feel it coming.
Of the Bobcats out of Bryant Stratton, Virginia. They're based out of Virginia Beach, near the Tidewater region of the Commonwealth. Driving up the lane, short, and it is another charge.
Got him again.
I thought the last foul would have made it a 1-and-1, but they didn't do that. So was it 1-and-1 now?
I think they went. I don't know what it's.
No.
Offensive charge on the Bobcats, number 14, Makir Jackson, Jaguar ball.
But an illegal screen, I don't think it's
I
considered
guess
a
an
foul.
illegal screen is not considered a foul, or it's not a shooting foul to go to the free throw line is what it is.
Yeah, but a foul is a foul, and it all counts toward your team fouls, which makes no sense to me.
I don't think that an illegal screen's a foul. I think it's just like kind of like a violation, and it's just the other team's ball.
That would make sense.
Over here playing kickball.
Basket. DeAndre Dabney. Dabney. Second time. Third time. Comes up with it. Knocks it out of bounds.
That is a reach.
Charles Walker Jr. turns it over, and it'll go back.
No, that was a reaching foul.
There's
24.
a foul called here.
Oh, 10. There's a reaching
Foul
foul.
on number 10, and this time is the 1-and-1.
Yeah, there we go.
Now the 1-and-1. Foul on number 10 for the Bobcats. That is Canary Jones to the line for the Jaguars. Number 12, Charles Walker Jr., 1-and-1 at the line. So this is now the 1-and-1. I guess, as you said, a screen or a penalty is, even though they call the number on who it is, it's not considered a foul.
Yeah,
So
it's just a turn up.
it's just and he gets his own rebound back. Charles Walker Jr. will as he misses the free throw on the 1-and-1. Breon Lewis somehow got knocked down. Turns it over, and he saves it. It'll be Bobcats basketball. I thought it was going to the Jaguar bench.
Yeah, it looked like it was going out of bounds, but number 10 made an effort to go get it before it went to the bench.
Saving it. 11.5 remaining here. 51-42. Driving inside the lane. Going. Essenboom. Got into the basket and found number 3. And we got a player down for the Bobcats, number 24, Theon Essenboom. And Breon Lewis was there to help him out, get him back up on his feet. We do got a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. Wow.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12. The new HiQ Energy Drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ Energy Drink. Wings are for birds.
Timeout on the court, 51-44, under 11.5 remaining. Welcome back to NJCAA, the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association basketball in Division 10. I'm Wesley Outland, Kevin Stump. We'll talk alongside Johnston Jaguars from Smithfield, North Carolina, the Bryant Stratton Bobcats out of Virginia Beach. And they're going at it again here. 7-point lead, 51-44, Kevin. And Kamon Green, I believe, was told by Coach Jay Creasy, run the ball down, slow the tempo.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Dabney inside and turns it over. Not like that. He'll turn it over and give it back to the Bobcats. And it's number 3, Jalen Jordan, and no good. The rebound, got it back.
He shot that like 10 feet outside the 3-point line.
He went for a big 3. Casey Perkins back to Charles Walker Jr. He'll now move inside. Look in, driving, Perkins, one to beat. Oh, the roundy round under the arm and put it in for 2.
Yeah, that was a nice up and under move.
9-point lead, Will Chalk, with under halfway in the second half.
Yeah, the Jaguars have gone on a good run right here. They've got a lot of more chances now since they're on the 1-and-1. They can get a lot of more free throw shots, and hopefully they'll pull away.
53-44. Shot clock now down to 10 for the Bobcats. They'll throw one up, and it's below the net. It's no good. Air ball attempt by number 14, Makir Jackson, guard freshman from Virginia Beach. And he graduated from Kempsville High School. Shot for three now for the Jaguars of Charles Walker Jr. And he's short. Halfway in the second half. Regulation. Powers up the lane. Number 4, Dean Lockley. Rebound, takeaway, steal. Cranksy Perkins for the Jaguars.
Oh, that's nice.
Here he comes. Oh, he couldn't get there. They call a jump ball. Bryant Lewis was ready to slam it home. And the jump ball is called. And I believe the possession arrow is going to go to the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were getting ready to get a slam there, Kevin. What do you think?
Yeah, he was going up for it. The Bobcats player made a good comeback. You know, he saw the play. It looked like he anticipated that pass. So
it was coming, Will. It was definitely coming.
That was a good defensive play on there.
Was getting ready to slam one in there.
Yeah. The Bobcats have played really good rim defense so far. Really not letting any easy baskets for these Jaguars.
Lockley driving up the lane, going back to Makir Jackson. Now he'll turn it back over, back to Jackson again. Jackson throws up a three over the net, not even there at the rim. And the shot by Makir Jackson is no good. Responding, though, is Dorian Ruffin, and he'll put it in for three, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a pretty shot. There won't nobody going to stop it.
What a three-point shot by Dorian Ruffin, the 6'4" freshman out of Columbia. He graduated out of Westwood High School. Shot for two. And I'm not sure what that was.
Flop warning. He got a flop warning. That is the new rule in college basketball. You can get a flop warning.
What is a flop warning here?
Well,
teach us something, Will, because I've never heard of it. What the hell?
It's a new rule that's been added recently. You get one flop warning, and on the second flop warning, I think they consider it a foul on you, on whoever flopped, or a violation.
But again, what is a flop?
Well, you just fall and fake a.
So it's bad acting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So a warning's been given to Charles Walker Jr. for flop on the Jaguars.
After he set the screen, the Jaguars player just kind of fell out trying to act to get maybe an illegal screen, and they caught him for the flop warning.
So that's just a warning. Thank you. That's something new, Kevin. I didn't even know about that.
That's why we got to keep these young kids around here and get them involved.
Marquise Allen, basket in two, off at the free throw line. And they're continuing to pull away. 8.5 remaining here in the Schrack building. 57-46. Shot. Makir Jackson off the backboard, no good. Rebound, here comes now the Jaguars. They're right by side each other, three wide through the midcourt. Come on, Green, going back to Allen, and the ball deflected into the bench. At midcourt, and they're going to call a foul on number 21. 21 on the shot clock, actually, is what they're wanting to do. There you go. 21 seconds added on the shot clock, as here comes now Makir Jackson out, and Jalen Jordan on subs coming in for the Bobcats. 8 minutes remaining here in regulation. Shot clock down now to 15.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fouls here, but it's very fast-paced. They're making the fouls really quickly.
Brown Lewis, Marquise Allen will now find Ruffin. Ruffin steps in, goes for a shot.
Got it.
He knew it. It's good. Another field goal, three-pointer by number 0, the freshman from Columbia, Bryant Lewis. No, correction, Dorian Ruffin. He's from Pontops. Basket, rim, no good. Rebound, that's Bryant Lewis. He'll break through. Gets back to Ruffin. Yeah, he graduated from Southwest Edgecombe High School. 5'10" freshman. Basket. It's no good with the attempt there by Thavon Holland.
And threw it off the back of the head of his own player.
That was actually Marquise Allen driving up the lane and turn it over.
Yes, he should have said heads up.
It will say Jaguar basketball, though. As Ruffin will inbound it here. 7.5 remaining in the second. Ruffin will now find Holland. Holland to Ruffin. And they'll drive. Up the lane. Again. Come on, Green. Going back to Marquise Allen. Marquise Allen will now go to Holland. Holland for three. Off the rim, and it goes in!
Nice.
4 on the shot clock. Bounced up and then went in for 3. 60-46, now making 63-46.
If you watch McKees Allen, he did not touch the ball in anticipation that it was going to bounce back in, or it would have been
Goaltending, exactly. And then that would have negated the opportunity for that shot. Having faith for the ball to go back in the basket, Will, Coach, and that's exactly what happened, Will Chalk.
Yeah, Holland is really their three-point scorer. They really can rely on him based off what I've seen the last 2 games. And he's getting it done right here. For
And
Jaguars.
Kamon Green's about to go back to the free throw line again as well.
And if they weren't careful, they could have got number 24 for a technical foul because he grabbed hold of the net trying to block that shot.
Foul on number 4 for the Bobcats, Dean Lockley. To the line for the Jaguars. Number 2, Kamon Green, 2-shot foul.
Looked like number 24's fingers got stuck in the net trying to go up for it.
It did, yeah.
If you look down there in the net, it's ripped, definitely.
They ripped the net. They
I
got
thought
to
that
fix
was
it. They got the striker going to send the Jaguars the bill. Or at least the Bobcats.
Yes.
You got the basketball arena here. You got the swim center behind the back of that on the other side of the building here.
Yeah.
Ball goes in and out, then it goes back in. Both free throws are good.
I've been down here a lot of times for baseball tournaments in the complex, but I've never been actually in here before.
Can you say biggest lead of the game so far, Kevin Stump? And it's for the Johnston Jaguars.
Yeah, 19 points. Like I said, it's a game of runs. I mean, they've opened it up in the second half.
And you said the momentum would shift here. Who would it be?
Oh, you might see a dunk here.
See one. No, he just put one up. Number 10, Canary Jones, freshman, 5'11" from Richmond. Graduated from Life Christian Academy. And he'll put it in for 2.
Oh, they're going to call a foul here.
There's a foul.
Yeah.
Foul on number 4 for the Bobcats, Dean Lockley.
Still 1-1.
Still 1-1 at the line for the Jaguars. Number 1, Dorian Ruffin. So I think this is their 9th foul.
I don't know.
In the bonus, one more, and it is a double bonus.
I think the refs are just changing it as they go.
9th and 8th. Which one of those 2?
65-48, Ruffin, 1-1, and he'll make it. Well, in their defense, it's kind of hard when you don't have like the scoreboard that shows you the numbers and times
and stuff.
Yeah, sadly, we're suffering at Clayton for the cover of the Clayton Comets this year because some chip or something went out on their scoreboard at Jeff Adams Arena, and they don't have that this year. They have a box scoreboard like that, but the big fancy scoreboard, and according to John Asmussen, they might have to order a brand new scoreboard next year.
Yeah, that's about like getting chips for cars and stuff nowadays. They can't find the metal to make anything.
Canary Jones shot for 3, boom, off the rim, no good. The attempt by Caleb Dawkins, number 2, and again, this time goes in by number 10. And that was the shot by Canary Jones for the Bobcats, and they put it in, and we've got a timeout as well.
Let me tell you about MPM. McAllister Precision Marketing. They can assist up-and-coming racers with career advancement, promotion, and assist in sponsorship procurement. MPM also has media and professional etiquette training. They work with premier driver development teams and limited late models to late models. And they also help the teams to make it up to the levels of K&N, ARCA, Truck Series, and even NASCAR Xfinity. Contact Tanya McAllister today at McAllister Precision Marketing, 803-361-6199. Today, get on the board with MPM.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This copy telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
So, timeout is about to expire. 5:38 remaining here in the second half. Will Chalk, Kevin Stump, Wesley Outland back here with you. Thanks to Derek Arnold, Greg Morrissey, Jay Creasy, and everybody at JCC for allowing CRN Sports Productions to handle the broadcast. And here comes a run. Perkins, 3 to beat, and he's going to get fouled. And they're going to go right back to the line again and shoot 2. Foul on number 14 for the Bobcats, Makir Jackson. To the line for the Johnston Jaguars, number 3, Casey Perkins, 2-shot foul. So Perkins is going to go to the line. It'll be a 2-shot foul in the biggest lead, continuing to grow. At one time at 19, it's back to 18, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it seems like the Bobcats have just went flat in the second half. I mean, the last 8 minutes, I'm going to use my favorite term. They ain't been able to hit the broadside of a barn.
There you go. Yeah. Just the momentum's a funny thing, and we're seeing it shift. And you said you had a feeling that that's exactly what was going to happen down the stretch here.
Nice.
And the rebound back again. Look at that. Biggest lead now at 20. 20 points for the Jaguars at 5.5 remaining, Will Chalk.
Yeah, that was very well executed of the Jaguars to get the rebound off the free throw and then put it right back up.
And there's a whistle and a foul.
I didn't see the number one.
Foul on the Jaguars, number 1, Dorian Ruffin. It'll be Bobcats ball. So it's a non-shooting foul. Youngblood's getting ready to inbound it for the Bobcats.
Oh,
wow.
That's a charge.
That is a charge.
That's a charge. 33 is down.
Dabney's hurt.
Dabney is down.
That was a very big hit.
It looked like he got a shoulder to the sternum.
That was like a football truck.
That was like a football tackle over there for Dabney. It looks like he is trying to walk it off.
Got the breath knocked out of him. Think he'll be okay.
Charge on the Bobcats offense. Jaguar basketball.
Yeah, he got shouldered in the sternum pretty good. He's just trying to catch his breath right now.
And he's still back in there, man. He's not done.
He might try to get his money
Ruffin
back.
to Waukese Allen. Allen will go back to Kamon Green right just at midcourt. They'll settle in. Yeah. Finds now Waukese Allen. Waukese Allen will drive up the lane. Loses the ball, and he is fouled.
On Youngblood again. Another hard foul.
Another foul called on Youngblood. That's 2 in a row. Foul on the Bobcats, number 35, Youngblood. To the line for the Jaguars, number 11, Waukese Allen, 2-shot foul. And Waukese Allen will shoot 2 again here. And they continue, Kevin, to increase that lead.
And I mean, that's
at 20 right now.
They're giving they've had free shots, since the 13-minute mark. I mean,
and now it's 21.
Now all those early fouls in the second half are coming to bite the Bobcats in the butt.
And now it's 21. 21-point lead. Right now, the Jaguar women scheduled to play Lewisburg on Saturday. Tip-off at 1 o'clock, pregame at 12:45. And another one.
Got him again.
And another one.
That was blocking.
They got him for a blocking on that one.
Yeah.
He tried.
That one was pretty obvious.
He had half a foot inside of the crease back there, so
Foul on the Jaguars, number 11 on the block, Waukese Allen. To the line for the Bobcats, number 11, Jalen Dawkins, 2-shot foul.
That's the thing about trying to plant and get a charge. Once the offensive man sees you doing that, then he's obviously not going to charge. He's going to try to do a Euro step around you and try to get a foul. And then he's also going to try to just throw it up, see if he can make it, get free throws.
Make the lead back down to 20.
Very smart play.
At one time, a 21-point lead for the Johnston Jaguars, and closing in on under 5 minutes remaining. Now making a 19-point lead for the Jaguars.
Full court press coming here by the
Everything's going good now. Ruffin, most lost the ball. It's last touched by Johnston Jaguars. He must crash under the bench. He'll turn it over back to the Bobcats, Kevin.
Yeah, he slid for about 10 foot, like he was sliding out there on snow, and he just couldn't get a hold of the ball. Took it right out of bounds with him.
71-52. Driving up the lane, number 10, the Canary Jones. Jones went out fine. Dawkins to Jones. Inside the paint. Going back now, looking for Issenbaum. Issenbaum will now go back to Jones. Jones now to Youngblood. They turn it over. Dabney from Youngblood. Tackle. Basket. And he crashes under the boards of the grandstand behind the back of the net.
Looks like he'll be okay again. That was a hard hit.
Maybe took a shot to the bun, but he's all right.
It looked like he got a shoulder blade on that one. He got hit in the sternum on the other one. He's just getting it from all sides.
He's going to be taking some
shot to his
ibuprofen.
thigh and his butt there, but he'll keeps on walking off.
He's going to go looking for an ice bath after this game.
Then we go swimming.
73-52. He'll jump in that pool.
Yeah.
Maybe the conference school swim meet will be over. 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Driving up the lane, number 2, basket and in. That's going to be Caleb Dawkins up through 3 contenders on the Jaguars, and he just drove it home and just trying to now cut that lead back now to 18. Trying to get back in this thing here. Nice throw. Shot for 3. No good. Attempt by Ruffin.
Oh, nice rebound by
Rebound by Waukese Allen. Allen will put it up, and they'll call jump ball. Even though he put it in the basket, it's still jump ball. It'll still stay for the Jaguars, Will.
Yeah, there was a very good play by the Bobcats defense, just trying to get the jump ball so he doesn't score a layup. Easy layup.
Again, the women are scheduled to play against Lewisburg on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Under the basket was number 3, Perkins, and he puts it in. Another score, 75-54. Tempo slowing down with under 3 minutes remaining here in the second half. Driving, number 2, and he'll throw one up for 3. Off the rim, no good. That was number 3 on the attempt.
Oh, wow. Good Lord.
Are you serious? And then
now he's
Dabney
hurt.
has hurt his ankle. Dabney is down. He got airborne, slammed it in, and then he goes down on the ground, and the trainers are going to have to look at DeAndre Dabney.
Yeah, when he went up for that, he went off of that plant foot, but he came down on it wrong.
Looks like he caught a cramp.
Yeah,
Looked
that's
like he
what it
might,
looked like.
maybe a cramp. We're
Landed
thinking
wrong.
a cramp or he flat-footed when he came down.
Yeah, with a 23-point lead, I think it's about time for Coach Creasy to take him out of the game. He's done took too
Yeah,
many
I
lumps in
think
this.
it's injury timeout. We'll take one with him here.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
So Dabney does finally get up and walk under his own power. 3 minutes remaining in regulation. 77-54. The Jaguars looking to get another win in conference play as well as regular season. Canary Jones, though. Jones driving up there to Dawkins. Dawkins under the basket, and he is fouled again.
It's on 14. Johnston Jaguars.
Foul on the Jaguars. Number 14, Christian King. To the line for the Bobcats. Number 2, Caleb Dawkins. 2-shot foul. Dawkins will shoot 2. First one up and in. And you got to make them free throws when the clock ain't running. And somehow, some way, it's now cut back down to 20. Too far gone, do you think?
It's getting to that point. Unless they can make a stop in the next 2 times. If Johnson scores the next 2 possessions, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much over. Because you know, he's done told him to go ahead and try to use up the shot clock. Good God,
That's a
took his head off.
takeaway. It's takeaway. Last
See,
touch by the
everybody right
Jaguars.
there.
It'll go back to the Bobcats.
They should have got number 2 with a foul because he almost took Mike Mason's head off.
Takeaway. It went to the bench of the Bobcats and they turned it over. They'll give it back to the Bobcats basketball. It's number 3 of Jalen Jordan will inbound it. Back again for the Bobcats, Canary Jones. Canary Jones will drive inside. He'll now look and find number 2, Dawkins. Dawkins up the lane. No one there, and another foul.
Foul on the Jaguars, number 14, Christian King. To the line for the Bobcats again. Number 2, Caleb Dawkins, 2-shot foul. He'll make his first again. 2.5 remaining. Remember, the game that was scheduled for the men here at the Shrek on Sunday, which is actually good, Kevin, because I was actually looking forward to the game. Yes, lead cut to 19 now for the Jaguars, but I was looking forward to the game, but I also am looking forward to the NFL playoffs.
Yeah. Can't wait to watch the
Steelers, man, come on. I got to believe.
Nice.
Bryant
Yeah.
Lewis up the lane to 2, and it's in, and it's foul.
And 1.
Yep, nice.
Basket and 1. To the line for the Jaguars, number 0, Bryant Lewis. Foul on number 24 for the Bobcats, Theon Eason-Boom. And 1.
Bryant Lewis did the same thing that one of the Bobcats players did earlier. He sees the guy trying to get a charge call.
A 3-point play.
And he just avoids it. Gets a foul called for him.
80-58. I'll tell you what, Kevin, as we approach the 2 minutes remaining in this game, this is probably one of the biggest leads we've seen the Bobcats have in a win in a while.
Yeah, the Jaguars really opened it up in the second half. And I mean, their defense has been outstanding.
You said you had a feeling. You thought somebody was going to pull away. And it looks like it is the home of the Shrek Jaguars. And there is a timeout on the court. We'll take one with them again as it is closing in on victory for 20 points ahead for the Jaguars of the Bobcats here on the Community Radio Network.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 7 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
20-point lead, 2:02 remaining in regulation. Will Chalk, Kevin Stubb, I'm Wesley Outland. We're in the Shrek Center, the home of the Jaguars of Johnston in Smithfield, and they're ready to bring this one to bed. Bryant Lewis and Christian King. Bryant Lewis inside now. He'll find Broderick Benjamin, and Benjamin almost put it in for 2. It came up short.
Good. Yeah, that was a good shot.
Almost had a floater. Broderick Benjamin coming up short.
Oh my!
And we're seeing some players that we've not mentioned on the roster out there. You've got Mike Mason Jr. out there now. You've got Broderick Benjamin out there. Obviously, Christian King, Bryant Lewis, and number 44, Justin Johnson. Some of the new players in the second, third string coming out now. Basket turnover. Caleb Dawkins.
Bryant Lewis was looking for the alley-oop. He pointed at it, but he didn't see it.
And they're going to call
a shot clock. Shot clock didn't reset.
Calling for a shot clock reset. They're going to put about 26 seconds, so 4 seconds off that clock. The Miss is doing better. The kids doing better. I know you said they were kind of sick with COVID a while back.
Yeah, everybody's doing good. The kids are just being kids, I guess.
Here we go. And he knocked it out of bounds. Number 13 with the attempt of Charles Walker Jr. I'm sorry, that's Mike Mason Jr. actually. Mike Mason Jr. from Charlotte. From East Mecklenburg and graduated from Massanutten High School. Mason Nutton, here we go. 80 seconds remaining in regulation. Shot up for 3. Off the rim, no good. A 3-shot foul is coming up.
They call it a 2.
2-shot. Is it a 3-shot foul? No, it's 2-shot foul.
Ref.
Yeah, his toe was on the line when he got fouled.
Foul on the Jaguars. Number 13, Mike Mason Jr. to the line
For the Bobcats, number 10, Canary Jones, two-shot foul. And Canary Jones will make his first. And you guys have noticed the starters for the Bobcats are still on the court, Kevin.
Yeah.
Second, third string for the Jaguars are in now.
Well, they don't seem like the kind of team that's just going to give up. 'Cause, I mean, they've been running full court pressure.
Look at this to Johnson.
Out of bounds.
And he stepped out of bounds again.
Can't
It's
do
the
that.
black line, right?
Yes.
The
Yes,
black
yeah.
line is the
Yes.
trim. And I think that's what's so confusing to some of these guys, especially if they haven't played that much. But that black trim around the court is where it's the inbounds and the out of bounds. Driving up the lane, number 4, putting it in off the rim. No good. Rebound. Christian King. They go down.
Nice move.
He gets up. He fights for it. Goes inside. One to me. Johnson. Basket. No basket, but he is fouled.
He tried to climb up his back to the rim.
He looked like he was climbing the Jolly Green Giant just then. Foul on the Bobcats, number 14, Makir Jackson. To the line for the Jaguars, number 44, Justin Johnson, two-shot foul.
And you got to respect Coach Creasy for giving these second, third string guys some playing time.
Oh,
in this
yeah.
game.
And it was bound to happen, obviously.
Yeah, that really shows you how much he cares about these players getting playing time.
Not just wanting to run up the score, but even though we're under a minute remaining, they're still scoring. They're still up by 20. It's been that way for about the last 7 minutes, Kevin.
Yeah.
And now cut it to 18 as the basket goes in. Attempt by number 11, good by Jalen Dawkins. And now,
nice take.
Benjamin, coast to coast in 2. Wow. This game far gone. Slamming one in, number 14, driving up the lane. Makir Jackson will score again. Here comes number 13. That's going to be Mike Mason Jr. Mike Mason Jr. will go down to the midcourt to beyond the whistle. So now got a Broderick Jack. Benjamin.
Floater.
Floater off the no good.
Just off.
He just floated it. Roderick Benjamin coming up short.
Oh,
basket.
that's a foul.
And there's a foul. They're going to call it on number 13 of Mike Mason Jr. Foul on the Jaguars, number 13, Mike Mason Jr. To the line for the Bobcats, number 14, Makir Jackson. Two-shot foul. Under 20 seconds remaining, 84-66, and in and out, first shot.
Yeah, that right there.
It's too far gone, though.
That's significant right there. It's over.
Too far gone, as you said, the broadside of a barn and more. And
yeah, no shot clock whenever the Jaguars get the ball back. Coach Creasy's told them, just
don't foul, let them run,
Yeah,
let them go. It is what it is. They're gonna foul though. I mean, I just don't understand that. The game's over.
I guess some players don't want the game to be over. I mean, I don't know. They want to play till the final whistle.
That's true. Foul on number 14 for the Bobcats, Makir Jackson. To the line for the Jaguars, number 13, Charles Walker Jr. Two-shot foul.
But the players for the Jaguars are going to play to the final whistle. They're
That's
going to
right.
try to make the most of their time out here.
That's exactly right. They're going to try to increase that lead. It's 85-67. So right now, tentatively, the men will return here next Thursday for basketball because the game on Sunday against Catawba Valley has been postponed due to weather. The women are scheduled to be on the road Saturday against Lewisburg. Shot for 3, the attempt, no good. And the final 10 seconds, Roderick Benjamin, another 2. And that is the proverbial nail in the coffin that's already been decided. Basket. Almost into the second deck, and it was like Blinko coming down the basketball goal, and that's the game. The price is right. The score is 87-67, the final.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, that was a great, great game. Start to finish, everything looked good. They played great.
And that is the game with the final score. The Johnston Jaguars 88, Bryant Stratton Bobcats 67. Follow Johnston Jaguars social media for updates on the next game. All right, so that is it here from the Strack building. And I guess let's just stand up here, put the camera a little bit higher. But anyhow, that's going to pretty much put a wrap on everything. Kevin, you said you had a feeling that there was going to be some momentum coming down the stretch. And sure enough, that's what happened. And it's in favor of the hometown Jaguars.
Yeah, once they got on a run, it was it. They were playing good defense. They were playing good offense, looking for the extra pass. Like Will said earlier, they was getting everybody involved. And, and it was a complete team effort, by everybody on the team. Had to hopefully get some follow-ups on Dabney, make sure he's going to be all right, which he looked like he was going to be fine. So that's probably the only concerning factor I'd have, coming from this game. Defense played great, offense played great. It's a well-rounded win for the Jaguars.
And again, this momentum is good for the Jaguars, obviously, Kevin, because you're in the second stretch. Obviously, we've been playing since November. You're now into almost mid-January. You're in the stretch of now close to tournament play and preparing to make a run for a championship in the NJCAA Division 10, Region 10 bracket for Division 2. You literally got to be on your A game right now. And the highs and the lows, obviously losing to Wake Tech, but that's a rivalry game. That could have gone anyway.
Yeah.
They'll be back here again in February, and then it's at our house at the Strack building. But honestly, the Jaguars played phenomenal basketball tonight.
Yeah, start to finish. I know they had their lulls, like what they had 5,000 the first 6 minutes of the first half, and then it was the opposite, because then the Bobcats had 5,000 the first 4 minutes of the second half. So, it was like they played great the first half. They played great. Both teams played great with about 8 minutes into the second half. And then Johnston, Coach Creasy must have said something lit a fire because they couldn't miss a shot.
Will Chalk, your final take on everything, buddy. Great job as an intern joining us on the camera and the broadcast, and a big win for the Jaguars.
Well, I thought the Jaguars had all the pressure offensively and defensively, really making the Bobcats really work for all their points that they scored. And on the other end, on offense, they were just making almost everything they shot in the second half, and that really led them to get this victory.
Well, we thank you for joining us for our coverage. Thanks again to Will Chalk. He's the man behind the camera, as well as our intern doing a phenomenal job. Thanks again to Kevin Stump. I'm Wesley Outland. One more look at the Strack building in the Strack Center, as the final score tonight is a big win for the Johnston Jaguars. Now, the women are scheduled to be on the road against Lewisburg. The men's game against Catawba Valley has been rescheduled. Be safe in all of this upcoming weather that is coming through the area, so be safe out there. And, of course, we thank you so much for tuning in to Jaguars basketball, whether you're watching on YouTube TV on the Johnston Jaguar Athletic page or listening on the Community Radio Network at CRN, and we are CRN.com. From the Strack Center in Midfield, good night, God bless, a big win for the Jaguars.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM and us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN. The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.